What's up guys, I'm here with another video, welcome to episode 47 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a Burger King restaurant. So, yeah. So, let's build a Burger King.
What's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Burger King fast food restaurant. And I'll also show you how to make it a drive-thru as well. And not only will I show you how to make the outside of your Burger King, ladies and gentlemen, I will show you how to do the inside as well. But you're going to have to wait until the end of the video to see what the inside looks like. So, make it to the end, see the inside. Without any further ado, let's get started. So, before we begin building, here are all of the materials that we...
Alright, let's grab the materials. So we need red concrete, grey concrete, blue and yellow, terracotta, birch planks, black glass, black glass and black glass pane and stone slabs.
We're going to need to make our Burger King. First of all, these are all of the outside materials that you will need. These are very different from what you will need for the inside. So, first of all, gather all of those materials, make sure you have them. And next, here is a separate set of materials that you will need to make the inside of your Burger King. Do not worry, I will be showing you these again later on, so you don't have to get them now, but I just thought I'd show you right at the start of the video. Make sure that you have access to every single one of those, ladies and gentlemen, and enough of them as well. The amount of space required to make Burger King. Now this will cover you for the drive-thru and the path out in front and the hedge around it, not the parking spaces in front. You'll need a 24 block by a 22 block area. Make sure you have enough room. I'd even recommend making the grid. Pause the video if you have to. Make sure that you're ready to build this glorious castle of Burgerdom. And once you are prepared, gather your materials, make sure you've got enough room, and then we can begin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so step one, we are going to come all the way to the front right-hand corner of our grid. If you've not made the grid, it's completely up to you, but honestly, it will help you out quite a bit. Well, from the front right corner of this grid, we're going to count to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to count inwards, 1 and 2. This is the starting position. Place 3 red concrete coming up from this block. 1, 2, 3. Extend that block left by 2. 1, 2. Place a grey concrete. Extend that grey concrete down to the ground, but also upwards by 1. I then want you to place 2 blue concrete on top. 1, 2. And then 2 grey concrete on top. 1, 2. Go right by 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go down by 1, place a yellow concrete coming down, a blue underneath, a grey underneath there, connect to the left side using your blue, and then fill the middle of this area in using yellow concrete, like this. What we're also going to do is we're just going to build a little bit of the right side of this part of our Burger King. So, when we extended the red concrete across the front, we also want to do the same coming towards the back. So we'll take this block right here and place 2 red concrete moving backwards, followed by a grey. Extend the grey down to the ground, and also up high. We want to connect it up and across to the front of the build, like this. You can even fill in the little middle part here, just like that. Additionally, you can add 2 rows of grey concrete coming inwards towards the centre of your Burger King, like this. You can even go as far as making a solid shape like this out of this particular part of the build. It won't impact the inside very much at all. You can either fill the top of this shape in with glass block or alternatively grey concrete. It really is up to you, it doesn't make much of an impact. What else can we do? Well, we also want to fill these two little windows in here using black stained glass pane. Specifically glass pane, not glass block. We're looking for that contrast in depth. We're also going to place smooth sandstone slab around the top of the red concrete all the way around like this in the corner of the top row of red concrete like that. And again, that's all about depth. We're creating a couple of different layers by using glass, by using slab, and that sort of stuff. And now that you have made that part of your Burger King, we are going to come to the left side of the build by using glass top of the red concrete all the way around like this in the corner of the top row of red concrete like that. And again, that's all about depth. We're creating a couple of different layers by using glass, by using slab, and that sort of stuff. And now that you have made that part of your Burger King, we are going to come to the left side of the build. So, if we begin by taking this grey concrete block at the front left corner of the build, we want to move backwards 1 and 2. So taking this block specifically, place a terracotta left, like that. Place 2 glass left of the terracotta, glass pane, 1, 2. Place a terracotta. On top of it, place 2 birchwood planks. Then place 4 red concrete going left, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a birch plank, place another underneath, and then a terracotta underneath that. We're going to go left of the terracotta by 2 using glass pane, and then we're going to place a terracotta on the end. Place on top of this 4 birch planks. So that's 1, 2. As a matter of fact, we'll just make it 3. We'll make it 3 birch planks, and we'll connect it all the way over to the right side, like this. You want to connect this block on the right side down towards the terracotta to create this sort of shape right here. It kind of reminds me of a chicken, weirdly enough. I don't know what you guys think. We're going to place red concrete in the top parts of the windows, and we're going to place glass underneath, like this, to give us a pretty cool effect like that. So this middle part is a door, but we're not going to place the door just yet. I want to place glass block on the inside of the left and right sides of the door like that. And if you want to jump the gun a little bit, actually, you know what, we're going to make it so that the glass is 1 row backwards, just so that we create that level of depth. So I'll tell you what, we'll extend that backwards to create that depth, and then the door will go right in between these two. But speaking of jumping the gun, if you want to destroy the 2 blocks in between the glass and make one of those blocks red concrete and the other one of those blocks yellow concrete, it doesn't matter which the order is, then we'll be able to save ourselves a step later. So, now that we've done the front of the build a little bit, I want to move towards the side. So, on the side, we're going to begin with the terracotta and extend it back by 2 using glass pane. 1, 2. Then a terracotta, 2 glass pane, then a terracotta, 2 glass pane, and then 5 terracotta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. We're going to place on top of all of these terracottas, and there are no exceptions, 3 rows of birch planks. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. So very similar to what we did at the front, and it is very, very similar to what we did at the front. Join it all together at the top using birch planks. We're going to place red concrete underneath the windowed parts of this, and we're going to place glass pane in the windows, like that. Now that we've done that, we're going to swing over towards the back here, and on the back we are going to extend the terracotta to the left by 13.
13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With 3 rows of birchwood planks directly on top of this, like so. That's perfect. Now, coming inwards from this row of terracotta and birch planks, I want you to place a row of grey concrete, like this, coming towards the front of the build. Perfect. Now, coming inwards from this row of terracotta and birch planks, I want you to place a row of grey concrete, like this, coming towards the front of the build. Okay, so we now want to extend this row of grey concrete towards us by 2 rows. 1, 2. When I say towards us, I mean out of the side of the building by 2 rows. I then want to take the bottom of this row and extend it towards the front of the Burger King by 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then upwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go right and connect down, just like that. We need to limit the amount of space in the drive-through window, because that's what this part is. Place 1 row, 2 rows of grey concrete coming down from the top. And then place glass pane in any sort of configuration that you like. The most important part is that there is a handy little gap so that you can pass food through the window. Now that you have done that, we are going to take the inside row of grey concrete here and extend it inwards by 2 rows. So that's going to be 1, and then that's going to be 2, just like that. So we're going to take that second row of grey concrete that we just placed, and we're going to extend it at the bottom inwards towards the front of the build. We're going to place a terracotta, 2 glass,
I'll swing around. Alright, ready?
terracotta, 2 glass, terracotta. So it'll look like this. The next thing that we're going to do is place 3 birchwood planks, 1, 2, 3, on top of every single terracotta. Now this is something that we've done quite a few times before. I want you to join it together at the top like this. I also want you to place red concrete in the tops of the windows, and then some black stained glass pane to fill in those windows. Now, you should find that you've got a pretty, mostly sort of completed build for the outside. We just have to add the details. The first detail is going to be adding red concrete all the way around the top of the restaurant. So, specifically on top of the birchwood plank area, I want you to place red concrete. We also have to extend the drive-through area towards, specifically on top of the birchwood plank area, I want you to place red concrete. We also have to extend the drive-through area towards the centre of the build. So the drive-through area is a 4x4 block area, so if you just make sure that the top is also 4x4, and then that will look quite natural, and we'll just continue placing the red concrete on top of all of the birch planks. We then want to extend the red concrete outwards by a row. So this will create a bit of a lip up at the top of the building. This creates depth, this creates shape, this creates a better looking build. So it is quite important, and you'll notice, there we go, that looks a little bit better, right? Wonderful. We also have to fill the top of this in, so however you want to fill it in, I'm not actually going to give you instructions on this, because it's kind of up to you. You can fill it in completely with red, you could add some blue, you could add some this in. So however you want to fill it in, I'm not actually going to give you instructions on this, because it's kind of up to you. You can fill it in completely with red, you could add some blue, you could add some yellow, you could add some white, or even grey. You could even make the roof glass, although it doesn't really make too much sense if you ask me. But you absolutely could do that if you so wanted to. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm going to fill the entire top of my Burger King in with red concrete, just because, well, number one, I like red, and number two, it's just kind of like a continuation of the roof. Like that, right? Of course. Okay, so a couple couple more things that we have to do around our Burger King. We're going to, and this is a personal choice, we're going to add some stuff above the windows. So, directly above every single window, including the entrance, I'm going to place stone slabs. And I'm just going to give you a bit of a look now. So, you might find that you don't like that, you might find that you do like that. If you do like that effect, place stone slabs all the way around above every single one of the windows. You're looking for the front side, the left side, and the right side. There are no windows on the back. Just like that. Again, I don't know if you like that effect or not, but it's pretty similar on the actual real proper building. Okay, next thing that I'm going to do, just because it's kind of annoying me a little bit, I'm just going to add a door to Burger King. So, a double door, I'm using oak because, I don't know, I just like it. Double door right in the entranceway of Burger King. That's perfect. What else is Burger King lacking? It's lacking a few things. Number one, a drive-through. That's made out of cyan terracotta. We need boundaries. That's made out of oak leaves. We need banners, which are made out of crafting table. White banner, white dye, red dye. And we also need a drive-through order menu, item frames and oak signs, and we're also going to be grabbing some food. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So, first of all, and also, stone slabs, very important detail. So, we're going to dig between the width of the front of Burger King, we're going to dig out all of the grass. So, when I say the width of Burger King, I mean all the way from the left, all the way to the right. We're going to dig out all of the grass and we are going to replace it with whatever primary material we want to use for the floor of our Burger King. So, when I say floor, I mean more so pathway that we're going to be using for our Burger King. Whatever you want to use for the path is completely up to you. Stone slab looks good, any sort of light grey block looks good. If you want to use road material, maybe like a grey concrete, light grey concrete, anything like that looks fine. So whatever you want to use as kind of like a floor material, then that is going to be your choice. You might also want to do underneath the windows, and you might also want to do the little bit in front of the door as well. Makes sense to me. So. Something like that, right? So now that you've kind of like figured out all of those slabs, we are going to destroy a 3-block area going all the way around. We might even make these side windows. We might make these stone slabs as well, just for continuity. But we're going to destroy a 3-block area all the way around the left side, the back, and the right side of Burger King. This is going to leave us enough room to make a driveway. So the driveway, I mean, I make cars typically, a small car is like 3 blocks wide, so that's why I decided to make like a 3-block area going all the way around the outside of the Burger King. But if you make cars in a different way, you make like big cars, then maybe we can group. Or don't put any cars, or put small cars on the driveway. Most fast food places have a height limit for a reason, so we're going to dig out all of the grass, 3 rows around. I'm also digging out underneath all these windows, of course, to place some stone slabs in there. But cyan terracotta is going to be my road material of choice. Why is it my road material of choice? Well, one material that we used to make Burger King, grey concrete, so I've decided to use something a little bit different just for the road. And this is going to be placed, as I say, 3 blocks all the way around your Burger King. Not all Burger Kings are drive-through, so you are going to have to think to yourself very wisely whether or not you are going to want to add this. I suppose that I should have included this before I started actually making the drive-through, but I get maybe if you're making it in the city, you might not want to have a drive-through, so you're just going to have to skip out this little part right here. additionally, if you have made the drive-through, I'm also going to place oak leaves all the way around the edge of the drive-through. So you can use oak leaves, you can use jungle leaves, you can birch, any sort of leaves you want, even artificial, meaning just a green blow. That's completely up to you. But it kind of... just like adds a bit of a boundary around your build. And speaking about adding boundaries, we're also going to add a row of oak leaves just on the right side of Burger King, just outside of the double window here. You could even choose to do a similar sort of thing on the left, although I wouldn't recommend it. When it comes to the drive-through, this empty patch of space right here, I mean, it kind of makes sense that we could perhaps have like a little bit of an order board. So kind of like, you know, seeing what you want to be ordering. If you add a few signs with some item frames underneath, and this is an optional extra, hence why this wasn't in the item list. Then inside of those item frames you could add things like this. So where is food? There we go. So you might want to add maybe some bread, maybe some chicken, maybe some beef, you know, they do all sorts. Then inside of those item frames you can add things like this. So where is food? There we go. So you might want to add maybe some bread, maybe some chicken, maybe some beef. You know, they do all sorts of stuff like this, chicken, beef, and all that. Or maybe you could even put potatoes for like chips and what have you, or fries, if you prefer to call them that. And you'd label them as such as well above the item frames. That's just a small little detail that you may want to add to Burger King. Now, the last thing that isn't really an optional extra is to add the BK above or inside of the sign that we have created. So, how do we make the BK banners? My favourite part of all of these tutorials is making the banners. Not. I hate banner making. Okay, so first of all, we're going to crack open a crafting table, and we are going to place inside the table, let me just clean up the inventory a little bit, just here and here, maybe here, 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 perfect. So, we're going to place a white banner right in the middle of the table, and we're going to place red dye all the way up the left side, top to bottom. Grab the new banner, and we're going to place it in the centre of the table. Red dye, left to right, going across the top. New banner, we're going to place it in the centre of the table, and you might not believe it, red dye coming across the bottom. Grab the new banner, place it in the centre of the table once more, place red dye coming all the way up the right side, bottom to top. Grab the new banner and place it this time in the top middle of the table.
Hello Cheap, welcome to live stream.
Across the middle of the banner. Place the banner directly in the centre of the table, and this time use white dye all the way around the outside to make the letter more distinctive, and you will find that you will have created a B banner. But honestly, I give it an A+. So this banner is going to be placed in the middle of the left side of the Burger King logo colours that we have at the front of the build. We now have to make another banner, and by the way, I'm making these banners dead fast. Pause the video if you have to at any one of these steps. I just hate making banners, and I tend to do them really fast, so I do apologise. I probably am doing it a little bit too fast. Okay, so when it comes to the next banner, we only need a B and a K. We're not writing them on Burger King. So, a white banner right in the centre of the table with red dye coming all the way up the left side vertically. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle left of the table with a diagonal row of red dye, top left to bottom right. Grab the new banner and place it in the centre in the middle left of the table again with...
Shut up and take my money.
Red dye, straight away. Alright, in the middle left of the table, hang on, ladies and gentlemen, banner is difficult, isn't it? And then red dye, bottom left corner, all the way up to the top right corner, like that. And there you will have a K. So we're going to grab the K and just to like finish it off a bit, polish it off we're going to place white dye around the outside of it, grab the new banner, and there you have the special K logo. Not really. So this is the K out of Burger King. We're going to place it right there, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is perfect. Well done. That's a really, I really like that. It looks really nice like that. As a matter of fact, that's the entire finished product of your outside of your Burger King. Unless you want to take it just one little step further, you will notice that outside a couple more of my establishments, my KFC, my Subway, we have some parking spaces. So if you did want to just kind of like make it a little bit more like visitor friendly, then you might want to grab these materials. This is an optional extra. We're going to grab cyan, white concrete, and some smooth sandstone slabs. And we also need yellow carpet as well. Oh, and also oak leaves. So I'm going to dig out in front of Burger King. I'm going to dig out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces digging out in front of Burger King. And I'm going to dig out 7 rows in front of the entirety of Burger King. Okay? So I'm going to clear all of this. It is quite a lengthy process. If you don't want to do this part of Burger King, then that is absolutely your prerogative. You don't have to have any parking spaces out in front. You really don't. It depends where you're building. So now that we've dug out all that space, we are going to start off by extending the roads forwards. So the cyan terracotta parts we're going to extend forward. White concrete on the sides of the boundary with some oak leaves on top, just as a continuation of the hedge that I placed around the sides of Burger King, like this. If you want to make parking spaces, all you have to do is place some white concrete on the sides, leave 3 rows in the middle for cyan terracotta, 1, 2, 3, and then spaces. All you have to do is place some white concrete on the sides, leave 3 rows in the middle for cyan terracotta, 1, 2, 3, and then a white concrete on the side. And I'm going to extend this white concrete forwards around. I'm going to fill the middle of this in, and this is going to be a parking bay. And then yellow carpet on the end like this is just to kind of show like don't park your car any further. And we're also going to do the same thing on the right side here. We're going to place a row of white concrete, 3 cyan terracotta, another row of white concrete, cyan terracotta in the middle of this, and then yellow carpet, like that. And then one more time we're going to make another bay, and it's going to be cyan terracotta, 1, 2, 3, and then a row of white concrete. This is on the right side only. And we're going to place cyan terracotta in the middle like this. We're going to have that same continuation of yellow carpet. And then in between these 2 bays, we're going to have a smooth sandstone slab. Or I don't know where that came from. We're going to have stone slabs as a pathway leading up between the 2 parking spaces towards your Burger King, like that. And it depends where you're building this, whether you're going to want to add that or not. It really is completely up to you. It depends whether you're building a city, retail park, or whatever. Now, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, we've actually completed the outside of our Burger King. Well done,
I'm going to make an entrance to my hold on. So perfect. Okay, so I'm going to barricade off this area. Dig out 3 rows in front of my Burger King. 3 rows at the side, and I'm going to make this grey concrete because I'm gonna have an entry into Burger King because I made it backwards. Same thing I did with KFC. Because I quite like it, to be fair. And I'm gonna make the road. And perfect. There we go. Same thing I did here for KFC. Look at this. As you can see, KFC and Burger King are backwards. I made them backwards so I can make the car parking spaces, and I'm pretty happy. The road's done. As you can see. Now, Burger King is not done yet. The inside has to be done.
Everybody, we're at the halfway point. The only thing that we have to do now is the inside building. So, these are the materials that we...
Okay, let's grab the materials we need for the inside. So we need white concrete, sea lanterns, birch planks, definitely birch planks, blue concrete, white, yellow carpet, red carpet, quartz stairs, pardon me, blue carpet, and chests.
Are going to need to make the inside of our Burger King. The inside. Make sure that you have all of those materials gathered, and pause the video if you have to. Once you have all of that stuff ready, I'm going to get my stuff ready now. We can begin work on the inside. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I have gathered all of the materials. I think all of the materials that I will need for the inside of the build now. I hope that you have done the exact same thing, and once you're ready, we can move to the inside of the build. So, we're going to enter through the front. Surprise, surprise. And once we're inside, we are going to, first of all, add a ceiling. We already have a red ceiling, but I'm going to use white concrete just below the red, just because it looks a little bit friendlier. It looks a little bit more open. It also reduces the amount of space, by the way, that we have inside the restaurant. So it's up to you whether you want to add this, but I like white concrete for the insides of restaurants and fast food places. Well, I guess fast food places, restaurant, but I like white concrete for the ceilings of these places, like this. So that's good. Inside the ceiling we need lights. The lights are going to be sea lanterns. we only need about 2 rows of lights, and this is how we are going to figure out where these go. So, left and right of the entrance, ladies and gentlemen, we have these pillars of terracotta and birch. We're going to follow these pillars up and leave a gap of 2 coming out from the pillars like this, and we're going to place sea lanterns in these positions. We want to do the same thing. We want to come all the way to the back, we want to track them, and we want to place sea lanterns 2 blocks in these positions. We want to do the same thing. We want to come all the way to the back, we want to track them, and we want to place sea lanterns 2 blocks away from the wall on the back as well. Does that make sense? So, line up with the pillars on the front, leave a gap of 2 in the ceiling, and place your sea lanterns. You will find that you can place in between these sea lanterns 2 sea lanterns 2 blocks away from both of the singular sea lanterns. This keeps the lighting in the roof very symmetrical, and it looks kind of pleasing like that, and it's also quite a lot of light. When it comes to the floor of lighting in the roof, very symmetrical, and it looks kind of pleasing like that, and it's also quite a lot of light. When it comes to the floor of Burger King, we are going to first of all destroy underneath the glass blocks and place blue concrete in there. We then want to have 5 rows of blue concrete leading towards the back of Burger King. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete like that, okay? And then we are going to destroy left and right of the blue concrete like this. We're going to completely remove all grass or whatever material that we might have in the middle. And we're going to rip it up and it using birch planks, because that, you know, it just fits in well with this particular build. Like birch planks, we've used it on the outside of the build. If you wanted to, I mean, you could use any sort of white concrete, whatever, grey concrete, but birch planks is nice and light, and we've already used it in the construction build, so it does fit quite nicely like this. Okay. Additionally, we want to add a row of, and I do want to make sure that this is correct, we want to add a row of white concrete leading from the grey concrete here of the drive-through, a row of white concrete separating the back where all the employees would be from the front, like that. You want to leave a little gap on the left, and we're going to destroy this gap, place white concrete in it, and we're going to destroy 2 rows in front of the white concrete, and we're going to replace them with white concrete like this. 2 rows leading backwards, and we're going to replace these with white concrete, like so. Perfect. We're going to place in it leading backwards, and we're going to replace these with white concrete, like so. Perfect. We're going to place an entire row of grey concrete right at the back of the restaurant. Reason being is because we need a place that we can like make food and stuff, so a bit of a countertop really. Additionally, we're going to have 2 cash registers on the counter. So if you start on the left here and leave a gap of 2, place a cash register, aka a quarter stairs. On the right side, you leave a gap of 2 from the wall, so 1, 2, cash register like that. Along the countertop, we're going to use some Burger King colours in the form of carpet. So like a red carpet, leave a gap. Blue carpet, that's not carpet. Blue carpet, leave a gap. Yellow carpet, like that, just as a bit of colour. Additionally, we want to take all of the grass area, and we want to use a combination of yellow and red carpet. And I do this a lot in restaurants, just because it fits with the colour scheme so nicely. We're going to have a checkerboard, chessboard, alternating 2-colour pattern on the remaining grass parts of our floor. We're also going to place red carpet as well. So not only are we going to use yellow carpet, but we want to use red carpet interspersed between the yellow carpet that will create a nice colour pattern for our Burger King, like this, with the blue on the sides. That's how it all kind of ties together. It looks really nice this way. So yeah, that's looking pretty decent if I do say so myself. So now we've got a decent amount of the interior taken care of. We're going to chuck these materials away for a moment, and we're going to grab the next row, which is chest. Furnace, brewing stand, tripwire hook, flower pot. Cocoa beans, oak signs, and cooked chicken. So, on the countertop that I created at the back of Burger King, on the left and right side, we're going to place a double chest, coming inwards towards the centre. I've kept things symmetrical, cooked chicken. So, on the countertop that I created at the back of Burger King, on the left and right side, we're going to place a double chest, coming inwards towards the centre. I've kept things symmetrical. At least I hope so. I think that, yeah, that's perfect. So, chest coming in either side. We want a...
I'm ready to know when I need a rest day. So tomorrow, I'm ready for anything. Find out if you're ready with daily readiness on Fitbit.
In this photograph, I was on a Griffith University field trip to a country called...
Double furnace taking up a 2x2 space next to the chest coming towards the centre of our Burger King, like this. We're going to place two brewing stands, one on the left, one on the right. We're also going to place an additional centre brewing stand with like a flower pot, like that, in the middle. Or you could even place, to be honest, two flower pots. So like brewing stand, two flower pots in the middle. So why would you want to do this? Well, these, ladies and gentlemen, these are coffee cups. This is coffee, or drinks, or anything. Like, I mean, you could have like a couple of tripwire hooks above the brewing stand. You could have like item frames, cocoa beans, just because that represents coffee. You could put anything in these. That's just to represent drinks, foods. We're going to place a couple of signs above the chest, so like you would write in those signs like what's in the chest. I mean, you could even add an item frame as well, so you could have like a cooked chicken chest. You could have like a cooked beef chest, which is exactly what I have in my inventory as well. You know.
That's funny.
Like that, so that's where you would store the food. Just to the left here, like you could have an additional sort of like ordering sign, so you could have a couple of item frames if you so chose with signs above these, and you'd write in the signs what these would be. And again, like you could have cooked beef in one, and you could have like chicken in the other, you could have chips, meaning potatoes or fries, whatever, and you could have all sorts just hidden back there. It's a very simplistic way to build up the back of your restaurant. I'm going to chuck all of these materials away for a second because now we're going to make some seats. How do we make seats? Well, we're going to be using some blue concrete for this. We'll need some stairs for this, some quartz stairs specifically. We need some birch fence, we need some birch. Trapdoors, we're going to use paintings to decorate, some torches to decorate. That's pretty much it, really. I mean, we're also going to need some solid blocks, but we have some blue concrete, and I'll show you why. So, around Burger King, we are going to want to create a couple. That's pretty much it, really. I mean, we're also going to need some solid blocks, but we have some blue concrete, and I'll show you why. So, around Burger King, we are going to want to create a couple of seats, okay? So, these chairs... we can, so like a seating area, like why not one here on the left, so like 1, 2, 3 blue concretes, 1, 2 like this, right in the corner, coming out from the corner of the grey concrete area here, and you just want to place some smooth quartz stairs, that must be a new material, but quartz stairs anyway, with a birch fence in the middle, with a birch trapdoor on top to make a table and a chair. Same here, we're going to have, leaving a gap of 1 between this chair area, kind of like, you know, nice little corner area. We're going to place a blue concrete, smooth stairs on the side. I keep calling it smooth stairs because it is, but quartz stairs on the side, birch fence with a birch trapdoor like this. So now we've also got a single table. On the opposite side, we're going to have a couple of single tables as well. So coming out from the terracottas, we're going to place blue concrete, quartz stairs, got it right that time, birch fence with some birch trapdoors on top, because you're not always with your friends or your family or whatever. You know, quite oftentimes you might find that you're all by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You can go to McDonald's, Burger King, wherever you're by yourself. So we've got some single chairs. Above the entrance, I'm going to use some blue concrete like this, just to connect the. As a matter of fact, do you know what might be better is if we use yellow and blue, just because it kind of, it goes together a little bit, like blue on the sides and maybe like yellow in the middle, and then that way we kind of incorporate all of the materials, all the colours. Something like that at the entrance would be good. Well, what else do we want? Well, we want to place some like paintings and stuff in the building. So the paintings are going to be placed behind the chairs, and I want a single painting. So if you place a block above and right of the birch area and place a painting like this, you're guaranteed to get a single painting, whereas if you even leave one space alone, you'll get a double painting, you see. And if you leave one above like this, you'll get one of those. So that's why we're placing them in this configuration, and we're just going to place paintings here behind those single seats with torches up above. On the opposite wall over here, I think that we should have another painting as well. So maybe like one here, for instance. So concrete here and here, painting just like that. I mean, you could even have like one here too, if you so chose. Oh, that's a lovely painting. I really dislike that painting, but oh. So now it's not like nice and balanced, as all things should be. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much the inside of your Burger King. Like, it's really nice and colourful, it's really well lit, it's just nice and thought out, but it's also very simple and easy to make, and like that's the last component of your...
Before I do sign off, or actually basically end the video, I need to kill this idiotic bats. Wait. Get up, little bugger. No bats in my Burger King.
Well done for making it this far. You've done a really good job. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is hopefully what we are both looking at on our screens right now. This is the outside of Burger King. All nice and complete. We have a nice dry...
We have made a Burger King. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about Burger King actually looks. I wasn't expecting it to be this cool. I'm really happy. I built this some building stuff as well. Yeah, but I'm really happy of how Burger King looks. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you. No. Goodbye.